Hello, I'm Bill City from the Oklahoma City Police Department. Welcome to Police Forum. Several times throughout the year, the Police Department will provide you with new episodes of this program. Our goal is to provide you and the community with information that will help keep you safe and informed. We'll feature a variety of activities and programs the Police Department is involved in to better serve you. The men and women of the Oklahoma City Police Department are committed to working closely with you to keep Oklahoma City a great place to live.
Hello, I'm Sergeant Paco Balderrama with the Oklahoma City Police Department, and today we will be learning a little bit more about the OCPD Air Support Unit, or better known as Air 1. Joining us today is Master Sergeant Mark Teachman. Thank you, sir, for being with us today.
Glad to be here.
Now, I want to learn a little bit more about you. How long have you worked for the Oklahoma City Police Department?
I've been with the department about 17 and a half years. 17
years, that's a long time. And how long have you worked here at Air 1?
I've been here about 8.5 years.
About 8.5 years. Okay, now speaking about Air 1, we do have a helicopter unit. How many helicopters do we have?
We have 2 MD-500D helicopters.
Okay. Is there a particular reason why we use that helicopter as opposed to maybe a better known Huey or a larger helicopter?
Yeah, that helicopter was actually chosen because of its maneuverability. It's a great helicopter for using for patrol functions and actually maneuvering in pursuits and foot chases and stuff that we fly.
Okay. How many people do we have devoted to actually keeping the helicopters up?
We actually have 2 full-time maintenance guys, which are kind of behind the scenes. They're the ones that keep us up flying safe and keep us over the city. The maintenance on these helicopters are done just like you would see a commercial airlines operation run. The maintenance is that strict. Every 100 hours of flight time, they are inspected, and any changes, any components that are timed out, they have to replace them, put new parts on them, and put us back up flying again.
Obviously, something very, very important is to take care of the people who are taking care of you,
yes.
Who actually keep the helicopters up in the air.
Yes.
Yes. As far as pilots, how many actual pilots do we have, and are these pilots actually police officers?
We're actually allotted 8 pilots for this unit. We have 2 full-time maintenance guys, like I said, and we have 1 supervisor assigned to the unit.
Okay. And when you're actually up in the air, does it take 1 pilot or 2?
It takes 1 pilot operating the aircraft. We have the observer, who is also a pilot, but the observer's job is obviously to run our police radios and police equipment and talk to the guys, the patrol officers on the ground. So.
Maybe a little bit safer that way too, is one
Yes.
focuses on the actual flying while the other one keeps track of what's going on down on the ground.
Yes. In a nighttime operation, you have to have 2 people up there. You have to have the second guy, the observer, running the spotlights and the infrareds and the police radios. The greatest tool we have in this unit is the infrared by far. The forward-looking infrared system helps us. It's our set of eyes at night, and it's actually another set of eyes for those officers on the ground that are searching for the bad guy. We, in many circumstances, have been able to tell the guys who are searching for the bad guy, hey, he's 20 feet in front of you, hiding in the brush. They can't see him. They can't even, you can hardly see your hand in front of your face in some evenings when the moon's not out, but it's a great tool for keeping those guys on the ground safe.
Another area where you guys are very, very important is obviously locating children. Sometimes we get calls where all we get is a description of the child,
yeah.
and basically a general area where the child may have gone to. Can you talk a little bit about what your role is in that type of situation?
What we're going to do is we're going to get to the scene of where the missing child was last seen at, and then we're going to start searching backyards, places we can see, and of course we can clear a larger area more quickly than you could by sending several officers out on the ground. So it actually saves a lot of manpower, a lot of man hours, but we can actually do a lot of searching and cut down that amount of time spent on searching by just taking a helicopter and searching several city blocks looking for the child, or looking, and a lot of the times the child may be in 4 houses down playing in a neighbor's backyard that the parents had no idea he was playing down here. So
Another area which has been brought to my attention is also maybe sometimes photographing crime scenes. There are some cases where there's a crime scene where just a lot of stuff happened in a large area, and in order for us to properly investigate and also to give the detectives and the jury, once it goes into court, a better perspective of the scene and what happened, I've been told you guys are very, very important in getting photographers up in the air and actually photographing the scene from the top.
Just about daily we're actually performing photo flights is what we call them. We actually use the helicopter in taking up our CSI unit to go take crime scene photos. It does give a larger aerial view for the jury in a lot of cases for the courtroom testimony, so that they can see, where suspects were shooting from and where the shell casings landed and that type of thing. So
it certainly gives you a better idea of what actually happened when you can get that perspective from up high.
Yes.
Now, not only do we use a helicopter for obviously police matters and some of the things we've already discussed, but now we're also called upon several other, not only municipalities, but also agencies here within Oklahoma City. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, we do get called a lot by some of our surrounding smaller police departments that are around Oklahoma City. A lot of times they get felony suspects that come out of our city, come into their city, and then they run from them, and we get called to go help them in searching for them. Of course, a lot of the time using the infrared equipment at night.
And also the fire department does seek our help sometimes.
Fire department uses us a lot on some of these larger grass fires. We've actually assisted fire department before in a burning, one of the burning structures up on Southwest 29th in the city, and we were able to show how hot that roof was, and these firemen, they're walking on this hot roof that we can see is probably fixing to collapse on them because it's so hot. It's obviously burning on the inside that they can't see, but we've actually caught video on infrared of firemen falling through the roof and catching himself and then picking himself back up, and crawling out. And actually, he was very fortunate. So
we've already talked a little bit about how the police helicopter helps the other agencies, the other cities. Now we're going to head outside and learn a little bit more about the controls of the helicopter and how these pilots get it from the ground up to the air.
Hi, I'm Master Sergeant Rick Pierce with the Oklahoma City Police Department. Remember, when driving on residential streets, there's more to your drive than just arriving at your destination. The officers of the Oklahoma City Police Department would like to remind you the streets are narrow. There could be obstructions such as vehicles parked in the roadway, and you never know when a hazard may present itself, such as an animal or a small child running into the roadway. Please, slow down, arrive alive.